Hello and welcome back to Salesforce Hulk. In this video, we will be covering Lightning Data Service, which can reduce your time and efforts while building an LWC component. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we'll be covering the Lightning Data Service. We'll be understanding what exactly Lightning Data Service is. Then we'll be seeing a live demo of functionality which is built on Lightning Data Service only. And then we'll see its code implementation. So that is what we are going to see in this video. Let's begin. So first of all, what is Lightning Data Service? It is something which helps us to create, update or delete any kind of data. Whatever the data, whatever the records we want to create, we want to delete, we want to update, we can do that without even writing a single line of Apex. So that is something which is important here. So we need not have to write any backend code for creating a record or updating the record or deleting a record. It's simply a pre-built functionality on, there are some pre-built functionalities on top of Lightning Data Service which can help us to do all of these job of creating, updating or deleting. Right. So let's move ahead now. I think it's clear now what exactly Lightning Data Service is. Let's see a live demo of it. So we have on this, this account page, account tab in the service application. This is the record page, one of the record page. And you can see if I want to create a record of account, or update a record or delete a record. So delete a particular field in the account record. So I have to go to account tab. Then from the related, I have to switch to detail. And out of all of these, the whole information, I have to particularly select one of the field which I want to add it. Then I can edit it. This is all standard UI. But in case if I need a simple basic 3-field UI, where I'll be able to see the account records, 3 fields which are relevant for me or important for me to add it, or which I am working on very frequently, or any sales representative or any service representative is working very frequently. So he can directly come and use this real-time account record UI, where he'll be seeing the account data, industry field, account name, industry and its phone number. And he can edit it immediately over here. He can change the industry if there is a need. He can update the name. He can update the contact detail. And he can save it. And he can from here itself, he can confirm as well that the changes occurred or not. Changes, if whatever the changes he have made is reflected or not. So that is the benefit of Lightning Data Service that I am able to build. I had built this whole functionality without even writing a single line of Apex code. I had done it using the front-end part, which is LWC. That's it. Nothing else. No Apex class, no Apex code. So let's see the code implementation of this particular thing. This particular component, which is real-time account record. Here we have the component, which is real-time account record. In this, as we have HTML file, JS file, and the XML file. XML file target is set to Lightning record page, so that we'll be able to, that's why I am able to put it on the, I have put it on the record page, right? And then we have this HTML. HTML is pretty simple. There is a card with title real-time account record. That is the title we are seeing over here. And there is an icon as well. The code responsible for that icon is simply this attribute, icon name, right? To this, I have specified one of the icon, which is standard account. How I got to know about this icon? I can simply go there over, I can go on Lightning Design System. This particular website, which is having all the icons details, all the styles details, different predefined classes, predefined components code as well is there in this, right? So I'll be searching over here icon, and over here you can see there are different icons. So out of these I have used which one? Standard account. So I'll search for account. I did search for account and then I got this icon below, like a standard one. Oh, like yeah, there are various categories of icons. Like, let me show you the categories and then I'll show you what I want to show you. Right, just a minute. Let me go at the very top. Here there are categories, like utility is the category, doc type is the category. Under utility there are some components which are simple, single color, right? And doc type icons represent document file formats, right? Different file format icons are there. And then the standard and custom is also there, which represents the standard entities or objects like account, contact. So I have used it, this one. So I had used one of the account icon here, right? And that's why I have specified here, first of all, the type, the category name, then the colon, and then the name of the icon, which I have used, right? After this, like if I want to show the icon of okay, so here like I have used standard colon account. Standard represents the category and colon, then colon will be there, and then the account, which is the name of the object. Like I can place it and I can specify contact. I can specify any other object name here. Any object name I can specify and automatically the tab style of that particular object will appear. Okay. That's very simple, I think. So you can see according to that, that's why it's displaying account icon like this one. And you can see over here as well, the same kind of icon is this. This is standard one on the highlight panel. And this is the custom UI I have created, but I am able to use the icon of the account tab style of the account tab, right? Now let's move ahead and let's see what else we have. We have a div inside the card. Div with some class, like one class, which is SLDS am around medium, which means margin around. Around means all the left, right, top, bottom, all of where, like all of where there will be a margin. Like margin means outer space with other elements in the UI. So that is what this class is doing, and this class of course I have used from Lightning design system. I have to search here margin and I'll be like I am having this option. So from here I had taken the class accordingly. Okay, let's move ahead now. Then inside the div we have Lightning record view form. This is something which is important, and now you need to be more alert and attentive, right? So let's see. Here we have like a Lightning component library. Let me go there. Lightning component library. I'll go there. And in the Lightning component library, I am going to search, like, that's why I have used this. That's how I have used it, like Lightning record view form. How I have used it? I have searched over the component library, in the component library, view form or record form. Record form. You can see there are multiple types of record forms, like record edit form, record view form, and I have used record view form. For what purpose? The purpose is to see the fields. See the fields and their values. That's it. So that's why we have used record view form. And you can see the output of that. Here you can see we are getting account name, these all things. I am able to see them but not able to edit them. In order to edit, I have to click on edit button. Right? For now I am able to see them only. Okay. Now, we have this record view form, and this is something working based on like a Lightning data service. On top of Lightning data service, it is working. Why I am saying that it is working on top of Lightning data service? Because you see that I haven't hard-coded these values in the form. If I'll show you the form, in this form I have written Lightning record view form, the component name of course that I need to write. And then I have simply passed the record ID. From where we got the record ID, that I'll tell you. From like this property, how this property is getting the record ID, that I'll tell you later, a little later. But this is representing, this is in this property, there is a record ID which is getting assigned to this property. And then there is an object API name which is also getting assigned. Here also we can write something else, like I'll tell you about that. Like I have written account object and I have specified the record ID. And also here I have specified Lightning output field, right? So this is the component which shows the fields, right? Field values. So Lightning output field, and I have specified the field name as name, another field name as industry, another field name as phone. 3 field names I have specified. I haven't specified any value. You can see in the code. There is no value like Burlington, or there is no like industry picklist field I have specified, or the values I have specified. And also I haven't specified the phone number. But with the help of record ID, object API name, and the field names which I have passed in these elements, different components, it's getting the data from the database and displaying. You can see the name it is displaying, the industry it is displaying, it is also displaying the phone number. All the 3 values are getting displayed with the help of 3 things. What all 3 things? Record ID, object API name, and the field names. Right? If I'll change the field name and give it something else, then it will show that particular field and its data. It will display that according to the field name, right? So I have simply specified the field API name and it's working. And how it is working? Because this record view form works on top of Lightning data service, which gets the data from the database directly without even writing a single line of Apex code. So that is something which it is helping at, right? So let's now move ahead. I'll come to the JavaScript part. I'll show you all the record IDs, how they are coming. But you have to understand this particular thing. This is something which is very important. Record view form is working on top of Lightning data service, which is a concept, or which is a methodology which Salesforce provide to us, with which we can simply do these all things in just few lines. Like imagine if you will not have this kind of feature like provided by Salesforce, then what you'll be doing? You'll be writing the code. You'll be getting the picklist fields, values from Salesforce. You'll be writing Apex code to get the record according to the record ID, object API name, and the field names. So with the help of all of those, you will be writing the Apex code, and then you will be getting the data, and then you will be displaying it to the UI. So that will be a very lengthier part, which reduced to few lines simply. Now, moving ahead, let's understand more about the HTML file. Lightning button. There is a button which you can see over the UI, which is simply an added button. And on click of this button, handle edit function will get called. There is a top margin given using this SLDS class. Simple. This is simple. Now, there is a template, which is if true, right? True conditional template. So here in this template, we have this property is added form visible. That's why you can see initially this added form below the button, there is no form visible, because there could be a possibility that this property is initialized with false value. So that's why it's not visible. This particular whole form is not visible. But let's click on this and see what all things are there. So we have the whole form here, account name, industry, and phone. As you can see here itself, Lightning record edit form with object name, object API name, record ID again, and the on success handler is also there. Like on success event, like the event of this record edit form itself. This is not a custom event which I have created. This is a custom event created by Salesforce for this particular component, which is record edit form component. So Salesforce also like doing the same kind of things which we do while using those same concepts like custom event and all, which I have covered in the last videos, right? Like custom event, and here on success is there, and on success, like on successful updation of the record, then this function will get called handle success. Let's see further. We have lightning input field component here. So these all forms, like all lightning output field, from where I am getting all of these? From the lightning component library. Do not get confused that from where I am taking these all things. You can see lightning record view form. So here also you'll find the same kind of code examples, similar code examples here you can see. Lightning record view form, object API name, record ID, lightning output field, all of the code examples are there. Right, so don't worry that how I am getting. So you just have to search record view form. If you want a separate description of this, how this output field works, so you can search that as well. You'll find a different documentation for this output field. So you can search and you can understand about this. Its whole information is there, and its specification is also there. Right, whenever you need to see any kind of attribute, what all different attributes it's having, what all different things I can provide, and how much I can customize. So if you have these kind of question, always go to the documentation and see what all things you have, what all attributes you have. You'll find many things over there in the documentation itself, but you have to make a habit of going through. Because it's not like every time simple requirement will come and whatever I have taught will be coming to you. No, client can come up, or your project requirement can come up with any kind of customization. So you have to be ready for that. So in order to do so, you have to be you have to have a skill of comprehending or reading the whole documentation, or searching in the documentation where exactly what exactly you can use, what is standard functionality you can use to achieve a particular requirement. So let's move ahead now. Let's continue with this. Like lightning input field is also there in the code example. If I'll go to the record edit form, here we have this whole thing. Like example, like you can see this is the kind of example like code I have written also, like lightning record edit form. I have specified the object API name, record ID, and then the input field with the field name, and then I have provided a submit button here. Like in the documentation it is submit button, and here also I have done the same. Lightning input field with name, industry, and phone fields, and there is a lightning button with with submit type, label save. Like you can see over here in the UI as well, there is a save and cancel 2 buttons. So when you will be clicking on save, it will automatically save whatever the changes you have done to the database. No method need to be defined, no Apex class need to be defined. You can see nothing is there here, like on click, and no handler is specified in this lightning button tag. It will automatically work. How it is going to automatically work? Because this is type submit and it is inside this record edit form. So that's why it's automatically work, like it will automatically save the changes, whatever the changes I'll be making in the different 3 fields. Then we have cancel button. Okay, on click of cancel button, like there is a handle cancel function which will get called, and this is going to do something, right? So let's understand the JavaScript portion now. We have one property record ID. So there was a big question like how the record ID was coming. So the answer to that is like I haven't hard coded it. It's automatically coming. There is another magic happening here. That record ID I have is written the spelling RECORD and I capital and D. So this whole word will automatically take the ID of the record from the record page itself. And how it is taking, because it is public as well, @API I have used. So once in the API videos I have said to you, I have specified that record like any particular variable or property which is public, it can take value from the external system, from any external component or page or like flows or somewhere else, right? So if it is public, then it can take. So this is something a standard keyword which seals which is helping, or which actually gets the record ID from the record page itself automatically. You have to just be writing the exact spelling, and it will automatically take. But consideration is that the provided this particular component record real time account record should be on the record page. If it is not there, it will not be there on any record page. It's not going to take any record ID. How it will get to know which record ID to take? It's right now getting to know because it's on a record page. So that's why it's able to take the record ID, this particular record ID automatically into this property record ID, right? Now another property we have defined or declared is added form visible, and that is by default false. That's why initially the form is not appearing, right? Initially the form is not appearing. So then we have @wire with where we are calling the get record method. Another concept will be there, like I'll explain. Let me explain it right away. So we got to know that there are some components, like predefined Lightning components, which works on top of Lightning data service, like Lightning record view form, record edit form, record form. These three are there. There are many others as well. Other than this, we have some methods and wire adapters. Wire adapters are those which can only be called from wire decorator, and some methods which can be called from wire as well as imperative approach, any of the approach. So which works on top of Lightning data service itself, and so we need not have to write the code to get the account record. It's already written. It's already there is a method already defined for that particular purpose. The method is get record method, and in this method we have to pass some data like record ID we have to pass, and whenever we are passing any property value, we have to specify $record ID. Fields I have passed some of the fields I have passed over here, which I have defined at the very top: account.name, account.industry, account.phone, right? These all three fields I have specified. And also you can see this get record method. Obviously this is something which is predefined, so we have to import it first. So this get record we have imported from Lightning/UI record API, right? This is the module from where we have this get record method. In this module there are many other methods as well, from where you will get to know about these other different methods and all. You can simply go there in the Lightning component library, and there in the component library you can search data service, something like this. Service. We have something like this, no? UI record API. Yeah, so you can see UI record API, UI object info API, UI related list API. Different modules are there which are having different methods which can help you to get the data which you might have to write Apex code. So you need not have to do that. So we have the predefined ones. I'll go to UI record API. Let's see there. In the UI record API, these are the 3 wire adapters, the methods which can only be called from wire, and we have the JavaScript method which can be called from any of the way, like imperative or wire approach. So these are the create record, delete record, get field display value. You can check out about them in the component library itself. Here is the reference link for that, and you will find different like the same way different modules are there and different methods are there, so you can use them. Now we have this get record. We are using this get record basically, which is getting the data, and that is getting assigned to this account, account property. And here in the HTML, maybe we are using it. Are we using? No, we are not using it. We are simply getting it and assigning it into this account, right? So this is an example, like for the purpose of example, I have shown this, like get record. Now, handle added. This is the method which is getting called when the user is going to click on this added button. It's getting called, and what it is doing is simply changing the is added form visible property value to true, so that the form will appear like this. That's all it is. Like this is something which is this particular property is doing. Now, handle cancel is there, which is hiding the form by just changing the property value to false, like cancel, and the form disappear. So, and how it is happening, because we have used conditional rendering, like we have used template if here, and in the template if true, we have assigned this property itself. As simple as that. And then the handle success method. If the record successfully get updated, what we can do? We are showing up like a top message, a notification kind of message. This dot edit form we are making false, and then we are displaying a toast message using toast event, show toast event, which we have imported from Lightning platform. Show toast event. This is simply used for showing top information kind of pop-ups, small pop-ups. Like I'll show you here. If I'll change the industry and save it, you will see here is the pop-up appeared, success account updated successfully, right? So this kind of pop-up will appear. You can see we have configured success as the title. This is the message which I just read. And the variant is success. There is another variant like error. There could be another other variants as well that you can check directly in this module itself. You can search here in the component library about this, and you can refer it like toast. You can search and then you'll get to know, right? And yeah, so this is all about this whole record form, which is basically showing few fields value, and we are able to add them immediately as well, and without even writing a single line of Apex code. So that is the benefit Lightning data service comes up with, and it is a best practice to use it if you are not having a need of if you can do something without writing any Apex code, that is great, because that reduces your time and efforts as well as further maintenance time and effort as well. So that's all from this video. I hope you understood the concept, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Salesforce channel for more such content.